All right, y'all, so let's talk about this. So, you guys seen the thumbnail. You know, I watched the show Indisputable, and I see a lot of things on there. And one thing I'll tell you is before I speak about one particular video or incident, I've pretty much seen 20, 30, 40, 50 of the same type of incidents and more. And a lot of times, what people don't understand, when you make your videos, you see, you're speaking about that one specific incident, but there's always a deflector. That's a Sambo. Let's look at what happened. Here's a black woman who got brutally beaten by a white man. Nobody did nothing. The only thing that another white man did was ran up, right, to get a close-up to record so he can upload this shit. He didn't send it to the police. He didn't break it up. He didn't do anything, right? And so when I make a video and I'm saying black women, black people in general, we need to do better. But black women, you guys have set the tone for constantly making videos talking about how niggas ain't shit and fuck niggas and I ain't fucking with, right? And you yourself get to the point. You push black men to the point of fuck them black bitches, then I ain't fucking with them. Nah, right? Then you got German women, you got women from Thailand, you got Latinos, you got every other woman, British women, everybody saying to you, you don't want black men, and we will gladly take your black men because you have beautiful black men that you don't appreciate and blah, 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 right? And y'all sit up here and don't get it. The real black women get it. I keep telling y'all, black men or women, these Sambos, these niggas don't represent me, I don't represent them. You calling yourself niggas. I'm not a nigga, I'm a black man. And I have respect for myself. And I have dignity, okay? I have integrity. And I have a loyalty. You guys don't understand anything about that. All y'all care about is as long as I'm getting mine. This is out here in Atlanta. All you gangbangers jumping around, popping your little guns and you're dancing and singing about killing people. If you ain't from over here, don't come over here. Right, that only applies to people that look like you. Look what happened in New York a couple of years ago. This dude, Adam 22, comes over here and they have all these black dudes walking around here protecting this motherfucker, making sure he's safe. Telling him where you made your first drug sale, where you got arrested at. Tell a motherfucker, I bet you can't tell a motherfucker what anything important. This is where I graduated from. This is where, you know, they built the youth center. We come over here and talk to the kids. And you know what? This is the streets that we cross the kids across the street every day. We make sure that everybody's safe in the neighborhood. Yeah, same way how we surrounding you to make sure you good. We do this for our neighborhood. No, that's not what y'all do. That is not what y'all do. And proudly did it. And he's walking ahead documenting this shit. And y'all sit up here and talk about Adam 22 as a blood-sucking leech. Yo, he used black people. Y'all said the same thing about Vlad. But the people that go on his show don't seem to think so. And I never see Vlad or Adam 22 exploit a bunch of white people. I don't see him bring a bunch of white guests on there and talk about their past life and what they did and how they did it to the point where they're arguing over gangbangers and who's official, who's a real killer. Yeah, who is this and who's the no. They try to take the type of shit y'all talk about as black people, and you know what they do? They sit down and involve you in conversations. That's why when you see Mano and all these other rappers sit up there trying to explain who's a real nigga, who's official, it's like, man, y'all still don't get it, do y'all? And y'all talk about y'all grown up, y'all grown in life. You no longer the person you used to be. And listen at what you're doing though. You still engaging in conversation that you know is not meant to do nothing but harm to us. Black women, when I tell you nobody's going to protect you, you don't get it. The real black women get it. But these ignorant ones that's out here, and I don't know if this woman fits that category. Point what I'm saying is, the actions of black people overall make racist people think I can do what I want. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing. How do you, The footage was so, put it like this, the beating was so bad, they couldn't even show you the incident. They could only show you still shots. And nobody did nothing. Now you mean to tell me that a black person can say something about your hood? They didn't start that over there. We started that saying, over a stupid saying, something that means nothing. And y'all will squad up and try to find where they at, just to roll up and start shooting. Y'all don't care about your little black kids running around and nothing. Nah, y'all don't protect our neighborhoods. And it's this bullshit rap music, same shit. Y'all listen to, all y'all give a fuck, these niggas can spit, yo, the nigga got bar, nigga, I give a fuck about your bars and how poetic people think you are. Y'all don't spit nothing to uplift. All y'all do is talk this, I'm that. Nigga, you can't fuck with me. I'll blow your head off. I'll fuck your mama. I'll rape your grandmother. That's the type of stupid shit y'all talk about. Yo, you know, these young brothers and sisters could be out here, you know, robbing and killing, but they make it. No, they are robbing and killing. They're robbing the youth. Okay, they're robbing the youth of using it, having the ability to use their brain for something other than just cursing and swearing and making ignorant threats, and then aligning themselves with killers and gangbangers and yeah, getting into all types of shit. But because this motherfucker makes money, we gotta protect the investment by trying to make excuses for them. Yeah, they're robbing you of reality. And even for these grown idiots, y'all run always telling these motherfuckers how they raised y'all, right? But if somebody is talking something worth listening to, it's corny. Now, nobody want to hear that positive shit. Fuck that shit, nigga. I want to hear some murder, kill shit. Yeah. And for the record, when you see white people run up, you see these racist people run up, and they're recording, they're just copying you, black people. Yeah, because for decades now, y'all been watching things happen to black people, and you know what y'all do? Remember how y'all used to run up and record and start hollering what? World star, world. Oh, we're not here to save anything. We're not here to break anything up. I remember two young girls was fighting with razor blades, was slicing each other's face up, and I can remember how grown-ass men, literally, just grown people standing around recording, watching, that's it. Let's upload this. Yeah, you know what? And not one of these freaking social media sites will say, no, this violates community guidelines. We can't let you post this. Nah, you just can't comment on it. You can't even put, this is sad. Oh, your comments, yeah, they violate community guidelines. Oh, but the video itself don't. So even when the videos are uploaded, these fools are not trying to bring awareness and wake people up. Nah, they want you to just see what happens so they can get likes and views on their channels. And it's always some Sambo that come in your comment section that don't care about black women either. Now, the black women that put themselves in that position, now there's an assumption that they're all the same. You know, my dad used to do that with to a degree where I can remember me and him in the car, and it was a guy I used to work with. We worked at the same place, and he waiting on the bus. He was working that day, and I was off. And my father, I ain't selling these drugs. I said, Pop, why you say stuff like that? I was like 16 years old. I said, Pop, what makes you think he's selling drugs? Hey, niggas can't stand these cars. I said, Pop, he worked at the same place I work at. He's waiting for the bus. The same way I wait for the bus down there. I said, Pop, what if the cops think just like you, see me on the corner and think, oh, look at that nigga out there selling drugs, and try to do something to me? But you gonna get mad at me and believe the cops? I'm a drug dealer because somebody say I am? I'm like, Pop, you need to stop doing that. And what hurt me is because this is my father, and I can see that all that God and Jesus, and he was programmed to where he categorized black people without even knowing. Now, yeah, did he point out racism and talk shit about racist people and like, you know, stand and basically acknowledge that it was wrong and slavery was wrong and all, but yeah, but biblical slavery was okay. See, everything, which I don't believe in any of that bullshit, those miracle stories, all this magic man in the sky shit, but I'm saying anything that is wrong in the Bible right, morally wrong. It's not wrong if God ordained it in his mind. So there's programming, even in my father, where, yeah, he would look at black people being treated bad, but you keep praying to your invisible Jesus and nothing was happening. And one of the things I said, Pop, you want to know one of the reasons, main reasons why I don't care to hear that nonsense about God and this and that? I said, because for one, I know factually what I'm talking about, factually. And you sitting up here assuming you know. I said, man, he ain't no drug dealer. That's why we work. You sitting here making the assumption, and I'm telling you he worked with me, and you still trying to make a point about him. You don't even know him. What's his name, Pop? Where did he live? And this is what I'm telling you. So when people look at black people, and when we talk about black women, because I'm like, yo, I want to see my black women stop this shit. You know, one of the family told me, you know, I did the video about the Sambo that sit here talking all this shit about Clarissa Shields, and she basically said she, you know, was on his channel and told him, like, you know, cool out with all this black hate for, you know, Clarissa, and he told her to unsubscribe. Yeah, baby, that's what these motherfuckers are. You know why? Yeah, see, his hatred for his own people, yo, it's not even, I can't even say it's his own people, because the same way I tell y'all, I don't represent them and they don't represent me. Yeah, that's what it is with him. His hatred for black people, even though he's black, right? It's too strong. It impedes his ability to use common sense and think, right? He is who he is. He's a Sambo. So he don't care about you trying to wake him up or reach out to him. Nah, he just tell you to unsubscribe, right? Because that's who and what he is, a Sambo. You can't wake these Negroes up. This is what I'm saying, baby. Like, none of these motherfuckers are for us, and I'm not for them. And he's nothing but a chump. You know what needs to happen? Anybody who supports anybody that he cares about, if he got anybody that he cares about, but whoever supports him, whoever sits back and agree with him and share his sentiments, and the same things he wished on Clarissa and his own people need to happen to him. And the second he come on his little bullshit channel to cry and explain how somebody brutally beat his wife, you know what I'd do? I'd laugh, because he got exactly what he deserved. And he should be there in a vulnerable position where he can't do nothing about it but watch and cry and feel that pain. You see how Charlie Kirk said all those things about there should be a live, people being killed live, right, and all that. And yeah, somebody baked his wig. He got just what he asked for, and people felt sorry for him. But that's the kind of pieces of shit that we have around here now. Anyway, that's all I got for y'all now. Catch y'all on the next one.